really appreciate you guys coming out here. I've got some really good stuff to share with you today. And I'm always doing research and always trying to find things, what I call positive shortcuts. And I'm going to show you some actual things that you can use, you can take away today and be like, oh wow, you know, what a good idea, simple but effective. So anyways, these are the best strategies you never thought of for burning fat fast, okay? Now some of these are common sense too, but you need to be reinforced. Number one strategy, don't drink your calories. I mean, it's one of the worst things out there today. And I brought a couple examples along, but here are just a few I want to list, okay? Alcohol, it's one of mine. Anyways, juices, these energy drinks, there's been this proliferation of all these drinks now, and they're all got calories in them. It's like all of a sudden, you know, they're better than water or iced tea or other calorie-free beverages. You know, flavored waters. I call these Starbucks Fatachinos. Okay, they're just horrible. If you ever go on their website and see what the calories are, it's just insane. And then, of course, you know, the famous, you go to the QT or where have you, and I'm just amazed how people will walk out of there with that hot dog-like thing and the white flour bun and fake cheese sauce and then the 64-ounce cola. It's just insane. I just want to tackle them at the door. Now, there are a couple exceptions. Exceptions are, you know, milk or juice in the morning with a balanced breakfast. I know a lot of people love orange juice. I'm fine with that, you know, a reasonable amount. The problem is if somebody's having orange juice and then having a Danish or a donut, it's just way too much sugar. But if you're having a balanced breakfast, you know, with some eggs, some egg whites, and, you know, maybe some salsa over the top of it, some high fiber, you know, real bread, not just, you know, this says whole grains is such a misnomer these days. And here's some crazy facts. 8 ounces of soda is 100 calories, so just keep that in mind. So that 64-ouncer I was talking about, do the math. 800 calories of sugar and no nutrients. That's just crazy. Okay. And then shot of alcohol, easy way to remember it, is 90 calories. One of my used to be favorite drinks, I don't do them anymore, was a Long Island iced tea. And those are 5 full shots, if made properly. It's 450 calories, and we haven't even put the sweet and sour in yet, which is all sugar. And then add a splash of Coke on top of that. So that easily can be probably 600 calories for just one of those. Okay, strategy number 2. This is so typical of the American lifestyle, is a lot of them are eating, you know, just like this, okay? Very little breakfast or no breakfast in the morning, a very large lunch, and then a massive dinner. And then, of course, people start saying, oh, I'm just getting older, my metabolism's slowing down. It's like, no, you're eating like a funnel. The right way to eat is like a pyramid. A nice, hearty breakfast, you're going to burn these calories throughout the day, a reasonable lunch, and then a smaller dinner at night. Because why? Your energy levels are, you know, you're not going to need as much energy as the day goes. Now, exception to the rule I tell people is certainly if you work out here towards the night, you can increase your calories a little bit. But I'm talking on a normal day, okay? And again, this is awful because it's just completely reversed. Hardly any calories in the morning and then a ton at night. And obviously, if we don't burn these off, they're stored as fat. It's that simple. So, you know, bottom line is we eat too many calories at night. Strategy number 3. This is my favorite personal secret to burning fat and staying lean. Okay, and it takes some self-discipline, but it's not that hard. And it says, I'll have a double workout, please, with a side of common sense. And essentially what that is that's 2 20-minute workouts a day are highly effective. Now here's how you do it. You do 1 in the AM and 1 in the PM. That's the key. It doesn't have to be an hour, you know, in the morning, an hour at night. 20 minutes of vigorous exercise, something gets the heart rate up. I'm not talking about just walking or doing something what I call casual cardio. I'm talking something that really gets the heart rate up. Make those 20 minutes count. You do 1 in the morning and then 1 at night. You're going to boost that metabolism 2 times, okay? And you're going to burn a lot more fat because your metabolism is going to get that nice little boost. You know, and keep it simple. You know, DVD, biking, weights. You know, I use this one tool called the 30-day shred. A couple of clients know what it is. It's 3 20-minute workouts. There's no reason why you can't do that. It's a very effective tool. And there's a lot of other ones out there too. Stationary bikes, you know, just doing some weights. Maybe you just want to do arms. Just do arms in the morning. Anything that you know, books. Again, DVDs are my favorite. I have a ton of them. Now, if you can accomplish this 3 times a week, you will see a big difference. And again, you're talking basically 20 in the morning, 20 at night, and in just 3 days a week will make a tremendous difference. Here's a super tip, as I mentioned earlier, is a DVD at home with open space. And there's a lot of good ones out there. There are some bad ones out there. I bought a few. Okay, this is typically what people do with their exercise equipment at home, by the way. You know, either it's dusty or they use it for something else. Strategy 4. Now, this is a really good one too, and another one of my favorites, is eating only protein and either veggies or fruit for dinner, only. And I hate when people get into the distinctions of, you know, low carb. The problem with that is it's not really low carb, it's healthy carb, not processed carbs, not bad carbs. So, what you want to do is you want to make it a reasonable portion of protein like you normally would. And any type of veggies or fruit. Now, the beautiful thing about fruits and vegetables is they're so dense in nutrition, but they're very low in calories. So, you can have good portions of fruit and vegetables, and they'll fill you up. Okay? And then you have the protein, of course, to balance it out. And you can have a little bit of fat, too. That's not a problem. If you can accomplish this 90% of the time, I guarantee you'll see a difference in 30 days. Are you going to be able to do it every day and then on the weekends? Probably not. But if you can do it 90% of the time, you're way ahead of the game. Because again, why? You're keeping your calorie intake low at night, and it kind of coincides with the pyramid I was talking about earlier. Okay. Now, here's some other good examples of protein. You know, chicken, turkey, flank steak is actually very lean. You got, you know, non-fatty fish, but you could do salmon. It's not a big deal. Flounder, but there's tons of different proteins to choose from. Now, this is more an advanced strategy. A lot of people can't do this. I don't necessarily recommend it. But if you can get all your carbs into the day and do just protein at night, it'll even bump that up a notch. Hard to do, though. Trust me, it's even hard for me. Now, the best way to accomplish that, and this is also maybe do a protein shake on occasion, where you can definitely keep, you know, the carbs under control, and you can make it, you know, there's a lot of good tasting ones out there, chocolate or whatever. But then again, if you want, you can throw a little bit of fruit in it. It's not going to kill you. You know, you want to put chocolate and banana is my favorite. You know,
you can hide spinach in chocolate ones too. You don't even taste it.
Really?
I've been putting fresh spinach in there.
Interesting.
Don't notice it at all.
How many of you all going to go home and try that tonight?
It's pretty good.
I love spinach.
I thought it sounded crazy, but
well, you know what's interesting? And I'm glad you brought that up. Is I started experimenting too, and I got this stuff called raw meal. And it's Garden of Life, and it's all this raw, really good food. And I'll put a scoop of that in the chocolate, and you're right, I don't even notice it. Rob does it too. So there's a great ways to use some of these food supplements. You know, so when I do that at night, I know my carbs are low, or healthy rather, but the nutrition is super high. You know, so that's good. Interesting. Okay, now this is a big one, and this kind of goes beyond portion control. It's going to give you guys a really good take on this, and I'm going to show you a really cool example. Is volumetrics. And what that is it has to do with, it's not always how much you eat, it's what you eat, okay? Now this is an extreme example. How many people remember Crisco? Your mom probably used it, right? It's real lard, okay? Now it's funny because I get into arguments with nutritionists all the time because they're trained a certain way, and they base a lot of their programs on the food pyramid, which is seriously flawed, even though they've made a few adjustments over the years. And they always say a calorie is a calorie is a calorie. And I said, no, not true. I said, if you ate 500 calories of Crisco at every meal versus a 500 calories of a balanced meal with this example, you know, how different would your body grow and change? So, you know, they always kind of look at me and go, oh, you got a point. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't even go to nutrition school or whatever they teach you all. So it's quality, not quantity necessarily. Here is a great example. And with 4th of July that was just behind us, I mean, this is very typical food fare for the holidays, okay? Now, and look at the portions, okay? 2 ounces of a hot dog. Now, this is a real hot dog. Hot dogs are one of the worst foods on the planet. Then you got sausage, which is equally as bad, and a half a cup of macaroni salad. I mean, look at the amount of food, okay, and calories. Now, and look at this. I mean, this is volumetrics. Not only are you going to have the same amount of calories, but the quality of the calories, and look at the food. Which one do you think this person's going to go back for more? Absolutely, okay? How about this person? Now, I probably couldn't even finish all that, and that is some good, I mean, look at this. You have 2 pounds of watermelon. I mean, and this stuff is nutrient dense. You know, shrimp, that's fine. Is a great example, though. Isn't that amazing? That just blew me away when I stumbled upon this. So, now, there was a really good show a couple weeks ago on CBS Sunday Morning. It was all about weight loss, and they really covered some really interesting topics. And I've been seeing this come up a lot. But if you take a look at not just fast food, but like your Chili's and some of the other restaurants, Applebee's, you will be seeing this a lot. You'll see salt, sugar, and fat combined a lot. Now, why are they doing that? I don't want to say it's a conspiracy, but it sort of is. When these three things are put together, people become physiologically addicted to that food. It is a fact. And when they go off of it, they will literally have withdrawals. It's like a drug. And so